It's Thursday night. All ye critters, come join us. It's time to continue our flight. There is magic and mystery from darkness. Our friendship will rise. But one thing's for sure, we never give up on the fight. Oh, get ready. It's Thursday night.
Hello and welcome once again here on Critical Role with this wonderful table of amazing people. We've gathered here together for, it's a little bit of a detour, a storytelling movement. For those of you that are tuning in, you may have seen the last episode of Bell's Hells Campaign 3 in the live show where your boy came out on stage to bring us to a recording deep within Aeor, shown to Bell's Hells. And in one of the sickest moves, shout out to Matthew Mercer, we will be playing through that very story now being told to Bell's Hells. As the light flickers throughout the chamber, we will see the events unfold in recorded memory. Light suffusing all. Eternal, undying, infinite. Names beyond counting does this place have in the timeless time in which it existed. But in your tongue, Exandrian, let us simply call it Tengar, the Eternal Palace. We see a small parade of twinkling lights. These lights that we now behold are, to us, inhuman. But of course, this realm has never known the touch of humans. So, let us instead give it a name that we might understand it. Sparkling light traveling down a hall, we see a kaleidoscoping ephemera of twinkling lights moving through the palace towards the orchard of possibility. Beholds a small, flickering shape. Aru.
A roiling ball of light that is roughly spherical, but never quite.
Much larger than you, Aru, rolls past. Oh, Aru. Splendid. I was wondering if I might come across any of the vibrant denizens of these wings of Tengar. Have you any friends nearby to call out to? I wish to show you something if I could.
Perhaps Luz is nearby.
Ashley.
It's not just a form, but it's almost something that you feel. It's warmth. Pale blue, almost, and it sort of changes shape.
You arrive at the edge of a vast balcony, ending in a staircase descending to an orchard of fractal light. They are trees, but they are also mirrors and stars. A shape comes and turns to look at you and is now shimmering blue, but a crackling fire in front of you. And this is your sibling, Imri. What's going on? Is something happening? Are we starting a new game?
I don't know. What are we
Edun
doing?
has something to show us.
Well, certainly can't show it to all of us at the same time, and I, as ever, shall be there first! And surges forward.
I'll take off.
You begin to rush after, all of you descending, and you see that the trees shimmer. Are there any other spirits of Tengar within the orchard as our friends arrive.
I would be there. Purplish, light, almost what you would describe as the reflection of water when it plays on a wall. Lounging beneath the trees.
Imri races past, trips on the purple fractal, explodes in endless fireworks.
Memory.
I could have known. Always lounging around in the orchard. Imri, you have run much too fast and become 1,000 beautiful exploding fireworks. Enough of that. And begins to surround a tree. No. You look on. You feel a sense of dread.
It's exciting. And horrible.
Here's what I wished to show you. A new tree being born in the Orchard of Possibility. Tree shimmers and twitches, sharp, painful. There is a fruit hanging from it, but also a gem, but also a sun falling into itself. Imri looks at you and goes, beautiful. I don't know if I agree. Don't you feel? Idun reaches up, plucks the fruit.
Wait. Give it a chance.
A moment too late. Oh. Idun's shimmering form ceases. Each point of light is fixed. Oh. Idun.
What is this?
I'm sorry. I think I'm going away.
What is this? What?
A point of lightlessness rests in the middle of the orchard. Do any other spirits nearby hear or see this event?
Oh, yes. I feel like I had a desire for something new and, I guess, terrible. I remember wanting something. This is new.
You arrive as other spirits begin to gather from nearby. You see that another spirit, Eiley, comes by. She comes through and goes, something new? Did you do this, Ash?
I wish.
Okay.
This is all I wanted.
I think it would be best for me to go get Idun from whatever this is.
Well, wait.
Luz. It's all right.
No,
I can get him. She touches the point of lightlessness, is frozen, and you hear noise from elsewhere in Tengar. The endless images of herself stretching throughout space are falling into nothingness behind her. I'll miss you. And she is gone. A far tower crumbles.
She is away. What's happening? She is away.
That doesn't...
Impossible.
That's not real.
What is that?
Our last two spirits, you are within, are seeing a hallway that has been infinite for a timelessness suddenly begin to fall behind you. Describe yourselves as you see your doom now approach.
So, Idun is a cacophony of sound, constantly collapsing in on itself and then exploding back into new shapes and forms. How did you do it? I've been trying to get to nothing forever, and I can't. Who did it? Who did it? I need to know.
Nothing happened on its own.
On its own.
And then, yeah, Cora is just this shimmering sort of, almost like, not necessarily tubular, but it sparkles and it's frantic. But suddenly it doesn't sparkle anymore. It calms and it stops and sort of watches.
A thread of pure fate wraps around you as Ihana, the weaver of time, pulls you towards her as the hallway makes it so that one moment later, you would never have been.
How can there be nothing? We are here. There is we.
There won't be if we don't run. And you see she begins to sprint across the orchard as nothingness comes to eternity.
I follow her.
She reaches out and spins a seed, which is a ship, which is a star of light and fate in front of you. Running behind you, you see another spirit, Nahala, go, wait, Kazar is still in there. Turns to run, swallow, gone, never existed. Her name vanished. You turn as Imri grabs you, Aru, and you lose and says, we're sticking together, and pulls you onto the ship.
I am full speed and trying to push and press from behind to get everyone moving towards the side.
Ash, why do we have to go?
It's nothing is too much.
But where are we going?
I don't know. Something new.
You see that Shasti steps out and goes, I don't want this. I don't want this! Boom! And a wave of force ruptures out and takes this eternal palace you have lived in and shatters it to make something destroyed in front of you to protect you. As Shasti does this, you see that congeals into flesh and bone and blood, and Shasti is suddenly something realer. Run! I can protect us! Ship moves. Ihana grabs Shasti, and this ship takes off from Tangar with you aboard. And you begin to watch your eternal home fall.
Is this because I wanted something?
I cling to Ash.
I didn't want... I don't know what I wanted.
As you exit eternity and possibility, welcome to the real. Imri leaps to the deck of the ship, throws up a wall, and you see that suddenly there is a face and eyes and hair as Imri goes, let us through! Yeah! Heat pours over Imri and burns him terribly as he stands at the front of the ship, pushing forward with the will of this eternal place, making a way through the heat for your vessel.
I go to help.
As Imri is dying, you put a hand on him.
I'm so sorry. I don't know what to do. I sort of take my form, and the only thing I know how to do is just hold Imri in this moment in the warmth.
You hug Imri, and that is the only thing that saves him from destruction. You heal him. As the heat touches him, it bursts into fire. This mane of hair stretches back, and the fire burns it until it blackens in two swirling spikes that stretch back from his head, wrapping around him like horns as the heat touches you, and you burn brighter and brighter until you are pure light. You move from this place and suddenly burst through and are now standing in roiling, unstoppable chaos. You feel that your ship is being pushed in all directions. What do the rest of you do? The rest of you that have been knocked to the deck of the ship?
Shasti was also hurt.
Yes.
I will move to Shasti.
You move to Shasti, who is trying to use pure force to propel you forward. You see just rage and emotion and becoming real and feeling pain and struggle. And Shasti looks and goes, Oh no. Darkness begins to descend on you.
We have to remember where we came from. We'll always have a home with each other.
As you say this, you glow with unending light, and the darkness is dispelled. You look and see that you are entering a place that needs something.
I extend myself as far out as I can and see lines, geometry, structure, and collapse everything as tight into myself as I can, trying to keep the shape.
Where Edom stands, a helm appears for the ship, and above Edom's head, a compass. Lines extending, colors parted, things that roiled into chaos, now made to stand where they ought.
I think seeing this almost erupts and almost starts to, in a way, paint and react.
As you begin to paint with color, and all of a sudden, all of that light begins to form into points of light. And you paint the constellations, stars, guiding your path, pure beauty made manifest as one of you, the you choose, lives. An infinite number of the yous that could have been vanish forever.
I look at the changes. What is this? Maybe a way was better.
Do not worry long over it all, for even here you feel the presence of the day that is coming, where that thing back there comes for you, the day that you will never have existed. You move. Pain, broken bodies, blood, and you look up, broken, frightened, as looming over you, monstrous figures who see that you have come to their domain. A different time in a different place. The town of Hawks Hill.
Oh my God.
On the continent of Guisar. Over a century into the Calamity. A sky choked with ash and ruin. This place, essentially, is where people have gathered in the ruins of Exandria for the chance at salvation. They are waiting for salvation from Aeor, the last of the great sky cities. Moving through with some wagons drawn by some horses, we see a group of people that, for being here in the heart of the Calamity, seem to huddle together for warmth. Ashley, would you describe your character for us?
You see a human woman, late 30s, sort of dark brown auburn hair with bits of white throughout. You'd miss her in a crowd, but there's kindness in her eyes.
walking by your side, Nick, would you please describe your character?
A young, mid to late teens human male walks beside you. Brown eyes, brown hair. He looks down and gives Gilly, your dog, a scratch behind the ears.
Gilly, come here.
You see, walking up to you with the sort of clop of hooves, you see Ridge, one of your companions, comes up to you. This is a older centaur ranger. I talked to some of the proctors. We can pull the wagons up into the middle right here. They're saving a spot for us.
Wonderful.
You hear behind you, Mom, Mom, Mom! And running up, you see two little kids. Your daughter, Haley, and your son, Topher. Haley goes, Mom, there's a wagon back there that's got all kinds of fruit on it, like bright, like red. Like I've never even seen fruit this red.
No way.
Yeah, it's wild. It's all back there.
That's amazing.
And you see that Topher looks around and says, I saw some guys over there that were playing a game with cards, and they had like money.
Whoa. Well, maybe don't jump in on that game, okay?
I could learn it.
I know you could. And
Maybe
you'd
I
probably
watch.
win.
What should I do if they invite me to play?
You watch, you learn, and you beat them.
They're toast.
You got this, Toph.
You see, he gives you a big hug. Your furbolg husband walks up, gives you a kiss on the side of the head, and looks over to you, Aiden. I've been taking a look. I understand the plan. There's 2 wagons. There's 2 of you. There are people selling emblems of refuge here in the camp. If you didn't want to go alone, we could try to buy some, and we could come with you.
I don't think that's necessary. I think we will be fine on our own. I think it's better if you stay.
Aiden will lean down and look at Toph and say, "You're never gonna learn that card game if you don't stay down here, huh?"
Toph looks up at his dad and goes, "Dad, there's a card game. We could win a bunch of money because when the ship leaves, there's still stuff to do down here." You see Amaris smiles. He goes, for a holy man, Aiden, you seem to encourage a lot of gambling.
The stars say it's a good time.
You see Toph goes, "Stars, we gotta go now," and runs off. And you see Haley goes, "Topher, don't go off by yourself." Gilly goes, "Woo," and sort of bounds after Toph. Amaris looks and says, "You really don't want me to come?"
Of course I want you to come. But I don't need you to come. You need to stay here.
I got it. Walking in from the edge of the camp, Laura, would you please describe your character for me?
Sure. You see a human woman walking in soft green robes, creams, walking next to an older man, in a conversation with him pleasantly, at the same time kind of looking up to the skies, looking around. And then she holds her arm up and a black raven lands on her arm. "Dearest, maybe you should go and get into trouble."
Raven flies off. He turns to look as the bird takes wing. "This is, I suppose, where we part ways."
No. You keep saying it, but are you sure you don't want to come?
I would do anything you asked of me. And I will only say, before you ask it of me, we all must decide how we want to spend our lives. And I think in some ways we have to decide how to spend our death. It has been the honor of my life to protect you. I don't think there's anything that I could stop that you would not stop more gracefully.
I take his hands. I would have been lost without you. Thank you for guiding me and always protecting me.
Ever since the night I met your mother and father and told them that I had had a vision and was sworn to protect you, I watched you grow up, and even when you were a babe, there was something you were looking for. And if this is where we part ways, I want to make sure that you found it. Is there anything I could have done?
See her warmth drop a little bit. You give me peace. Thank you.
He bends down to an enormous, very observant, and in some ways still wolf. He bends down behind the ear. Go looking. The wolf takes off into the camp. He nods. We see another area of the encampment. Taliesin, would you go ahead and describe your character?
She's an elf. Her skin is ashen, and her hair, once dark, has begun to gray in patches, and her eyes are a very bright yellow.
A woman to your side walks up. She's about 6'8", massive burly shoulders. She leans over and goes, Osha, this place stinks of Aeorians. They're not all coming with the ship. There's some embedded here in the town, watching. Shirane comes up. She has a heavy cloak and cowl because her skin is badly burnt. Yes, there are eyes here, watching. Already, before the ship lands. Do you want us to handle them?
In their heads, there's a raspy, distant voice. We are eyes of our own. And I thought I taught you patience.
The three of them bow slightly and step away as you smell a very familiar smell. A large wolf emerges, looks to you, and puts its nose in between its front paws, rolls onto its back in front of you.
I get down, give it a nice, long pet and nuzzle, and in its head, I put the thought, it's been too long.
I honor and revere that which walks inside and around you, Queen. The wolf looks up and gestures to a creature that you already knew in the periphery of your knowledge here, but you see a raven. And smell on this wolf, smell of death. You begin to see a couple little lights are lit as the clouds part, and you begin to see clouds parting, lights purple and green, moving through. A massive Aeorian skyship approaches. And the light creates a silhouette of several figures, but one at the lead, a herald of sorts that steps now from the ship. Abba, would you describe your character?
He is an Aeormatron. Beautiful. The way his frame works is you don't know where it starts and where it ends. It's almost like a painting. Very, very sort of regal in look. Orange eyes. And he sort of walks down, taking in everything. And he sort of addresses. Denizens of Hawkhill, we have come to collect foodstuffs and raw material supplies for the might of Aeor. Please allow the representatives of the Majesty to do their work. After food and supplies have come aboard, then those seeking refuge will be allowed to petition our proctors of the Dorian Guard. Priority will be given to those capable of labor. If you are not chosen, you will be given an emblem of sanctuary. Those with the most emblems will be taken after laborers. If you are sick or wounded, your emblem will not count. If you accost any member of this crew or delay them in their efforts, your emblems will be removed. Please come through.
Taurian guard, Aeorian mage knights begin to walk down the landing pad and fan out through the city. Tristan, Aiden, you see that some of the Taurian guard begin to move up towards you, inspecting in this place. You see this as well, Asha. As you move, you see that your companions move to the wagons, protecting one crate in particular and staying quite close to it. Asha, you see the group now gathered here.
You smell of death.
Thank you. You smell like fur.
I pull out an apple and start eating it. And in your heads, I'm surprised how good it is to see all of you. I've missed this.
The Taurian guard begins to move up, inspecting the wagons. Captain Marcus, who begins to point out and says, you two, you are the custodians of these wagons here.
Yes, that is correct.
You see, he says, and behind these wagons up here, and points to the curve at your wagons, one of which has a large crate in the back. All right, take inventory here of the mills.
Let me handle this.
Very well. You see an Aeormaton stands before you, beautiful to behold.
A wonder.
Took you long enough. And I pull out these amulets. I'm like, yeah, one for you.
Thank you.
One for you. Yeah, one for you. You will follow me. I'll make sure that I take special care of all of you. I kind of look at the crate in the back.
You look at the crate in the back and get a funny feeling. You see...
I'm like, whose crate?
You hear in your head, my crate.
Kind of look at you.
Always my crate.
Really?
The wagons begin to proceed, and you see the Taurian guard begin to wave them on. As they do, you look out, you see Toph coming back at this point with Haley, and you sense like a growing unease as you move through the space as the wagons begin to move.
I'm gonna just sort of look to everyone and be like, stay close, you're fine. And then suddenly I'm like, I need to handle something. And suddenly I just go rigid and just walk to the front to go and take charge.
Aiden, Trist, you look and see Amaris comes, Haley and Toph are there. Amaris, out of his pocket, takes one sending stone and looks at you. You have this, right?
I do. I reach into my pocket, take it out.
If anything happens, And you see, as he blinks, his eyes become the eyes of an eagle. And I'll fly to you. I'll find a way. If anything happens.
Okay.
Ridge looks up and says, some starving people in this camp.
I know.
I'm starting to smell panic.
You have food to feed them. So feed them.
I will sort of walk their direction and take like a tent.
Mm-hmm.
I will set it up for them. I hope that this is enough. But please, if you do not make it onto the ship, do not enter this tent until it is gone. You must have faith. And I will cast Create Food and Water inside the tent.
You cast this spell, and the tent is set up, and you see that they don't go into it. But you see there's this sort of older half-elven man. He looks and goes, it's been a far cry from hope. Thank you.
Can
Have faith.
you suddenly hear a voice in your head? Be careful, darling. I don't know what you're playing at, but we have a plan. Come through, please.
The wagon moves through. Haley and Topher wrap their hands around you. Haley looks up and goes, they let Topher play with acorns and he lost all the acorns. Amaris looks, says, all right, everyone wish Mom goodbye. We'll see you when you get back. Should be a day or two.
Yes, it will. I reach out and I give Amaris a big hug. And I whisper in his ear, I love you so much.
I love you so much.
I lean down to Haley and Topher. Mama will be back very soon, okay?
Haley nods and says, yeah, I know.
I take in both of the kids and I just smell the top of both of their heads. And I give them both a kiss.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
You move with the wagons onto the ship. Asha, your wagon comes up right behind. You see that Madine, Shirane, we will watch over this place until you return.
They hear in their heads, I think you should go home. Take the night. Meet people. Find those who are worthy. And take them home. And test them as you know I would.
We will find the worthy. A wolf lopes out of the shadow. Amira, you see your champion walk out. Word's starting to spread through the camp. I think people suspect this might be the last ship that comes through.
There will be chaos. Pervon,
Yes.
can you do me one last service?
Anything. For all time.
Do you see that family?
Yes.
get them out of here safely.
It will be done. He smiles. You move to the ship. As you do, the wagons come aboard. Silaha, you see the crate in the back. As it's being removed from the wagon, you see one of the Aeorian soldiers goes, God, how many apples are in this thing? It's enormous.
I might go and help.
Truly heavy. You see that Captain Marcus says, with food aboard, we will now look for laborers. Line up here, single file. Those who can work, those who are healthy. And you see that as they begin to line up, a soldier turns to you and says, should we open the crate here and sort it? Or
No. Deal with it later.
you see that a small family, looks like all three of them are going to be able to come. It's a family of gnomes, like small folk. And you see that Captain Marcus lashes out, kicks an older gnomish woman in the chest, and kicks her off the ramp. You see the old woman is clasping something in her hand, and you see it is an emblem of the Dawn Father. You see that the captain of the Aeorian vessel says, I cannot be more clear. No emblem of the gods will make its way aboard this ship, nor the city of Aeor. If it is the gods you worship, then have them, and their choked sky and their ruined land. What hope remains for mortals in Exandria remains because of Aeor's might. Will she divest herself of that idol? You see this old gnomish woman with strewn emblems of sanctuary around her, looks up and says, I've made every step in the light of the Dawn Father. I will not now make one without him. Clouds and ash, they cover the sky, but I promise you, the sun is still on the other side. You see the captain saying, remove her emblems, remove them now. And you watch soldiers converge and strip this woman of her emblems of sanctuary, and the rest of her family looks in this moment and drops their emblems on the ground, takes their aunt, and moves back into the crowd.
Aiden looks at this old gnomish woman, and he will stare at her.
She looks at you and just weeps. And you see that the two gnomes look and see her, assuming that she's overcome with hysterics. And they go, come. She goes, the sun is shining. It's shining. It's shining right now. Even when you can't see it, it's still there.
I'm gonna walk down to Aiden, kind of look at him. Can you work?
I am able.
Move. And I kind of...
You walk over. You see Pervon with a hand on a mirror look at you as well as he says, my lord, she can work.
Come through.
You move onto the ship, and you see, as the door closes, the last thing you hear out there, the waving crowd, you see this weeping gnomish woman as the hands of a large furbolg man go to comfort them, and you look out and hear, woo, woo, as Gilly barks at you. The doors close. The ship moves into the sky. Ship moves away until they are gone from your vision and for some time thereafter. We come to a chamber within the Venatoria. Standing before you, a crate bearing an object of considerable heft. Removing the front effortlessly, we see the last member of your band that you expect now Nashir, would you please describe the final of our band that we now see in the moment before whatever is to come?
The crate comes open, and inside is what appears to be a massive slab of stone encased in ice. A light starts to build in the stone, and slowly a figure starts to emerge, and inside the chest there is a thrumming boom, 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 as light peeks in, as the rock shifts and moves, and you can feel loss and confusion and heartbreak. And then it stops. And slowly, the emissary turns its face to Asha. She has left me here. And he looks around and slowly tries to get up to his feet. He's about 8 feet tall. A massive sculpture of ice and stone. Did she say anything before she left? My lady is always with you. And he opens these massive clawed hands, and in each of his hands has sprouted a small seed.
I'm going to walk away, find a corner, and curl up into what suddenly is clearly an extremely large timber wolf who is in a corner, upset.
You move from this place as all of you witness something that was very much not part of the plan. As the 6th of your number has sent a proxy.
I stop and I turn back and I look at the emissary and I'm like, get back in the box.
He lumbers forward, looks around, and slowly huddles into as small a shape as he can.
And I kind of looked at the devil and was like, he's supposed to be apples. And I kind of take the lid and kind of close it back and then go towards the door and leave.
Pop the crate top back on and see written there on the side, apples. Crate closes. All of you feel as the ship moves. It's not a lurching. It's not as though you've met resistance. Instead, you meet a plane that intersects the ship as it approaches a distant point. And that plane seems to collapse space and time. The Latimus Princeps was created by Aeor to shield it from those that would attempt to stop their great works. As you all pass over it, these emblems, these amulets that you've been given by Salaha glow brightly as you feel something potent and unnatural attempt to repel you. And as it begins, just as quickly, it ends. Ships pull alongside the Venatoria, buzzing with power. Mages stand on the deck of warships armed with eldritch cannon. Pull aside, inspection! The mages, a light flying, beginning to inspect the ship. Step forward. Scan this one. Detect magic. Sir, there's clearly a mistake. There's clearly a mistake. No! Illusion! Ah! as the door opens, you see Captain Marcus is here with two of these sort of visor mask helmeted. You recognize that they are mortal magicians, but the mask is almost evocative of Aeormatons. Like there's some sort of technology that these Mage Knight mask helmets have been integrated into their human flesh and are going to start to cast Detect Magic on everybody.
I'm going to use Dispel Magic.
Hell yeah.
Just as they're about to start scanning.
As it gets towards the crate, the spell suddenly stops. It goes, what's that? Why is that?
Your equipment seems broken. Perhaps you should go have it fixed. And I'm going to cast Suggestion.
He turns to look and goes, everyone stay here. No one move. We'll be back in a moment to inspect the crate. And they leave this place.
Great.
Apples.
Get back in.
I'm going to cast a minor illusion
Okay.
somewhere else in the ship to cause a bit of a distraction.
Hell yeah.
It will take the shape of one of the gnomes that they kicked off.
This gnome flits off into the darkness, and you hear one of the Mage Knights say, "Intruder! Stowaway on the ship! Find the gnome!" You see that a couple of them rush off towards these fighter craft, and you see that one of them actually peels off to go scouting the skies, as you see coming into the horizon, Aeor. Vast and mighty, last of the Age of Arcanum, last of the Sky Cities, the last and greatest hope for mortal Exandria. The Ars Ward, one of the many wards of the flying city of Aeor, which I know some of our players will be familiar with. A district of artistry, innovation, craftsmanship, extends on a massive rectangular slab of stone. Thrumming from within the core of the city, you feel the genesis, although that's a charged word to use here in Aeor, the genesis of the Latimus Princeps, and indeed accompanied by something that in your nostrils feels like the crackling of ozone before a lightning strike. There just feels like some charged magic in the air here. This city bristles with fear, power, status, and a desperation that comes with being so close to making it all worth it.
Isn't it beautiful? Look at it. Incredible, yes?
The wooden crate, crafted by hand on the ground, is wrapped in scintillating running bands of runes as it levitates about 1.5 feet off the ground.
This place is beautiful as only an obscenity can be.
I'm going to lead them towards the Chamber of Seasons.
All of you watch as Silaha seems to know exactly where he's going.
I'm like, follow me.
You walk towards the tram station. You see a glowing, helixing orb towards the top, announces Vermilion Line. Final destination, Opus Ward. Aranix Station. Buildings roar past you, and suddenly, city skyline. Squat, gray buildings. Very few windows here in Aeor. What a strange thing to make it all the way to the sky and then encase yourself in stone and metal. You look over, you see a Aeorian enforcer. At this time of night, it seems the only people that are allowed to be out and about have some kind of designation. You see a Aeorian enforcer rub his head, take a small flask of something. Small imp appears next to him, Sire, I think we might have missed our stop. See, he snaps his fingers. The thing screams and disappears into a little glass emblem. He sort of drunkenly stares ahead.
As he nods off, I'm going to cast Mage Hand and try to lift the necklace off of.
The necklace comes off with the imp inside. You arrive at the Opus Ward. Humble stone dwellings. Old ward. Perhaps some of these buildings began their life on the ground. A large stone building, derelict, its roof having caved in some time ago. At the back, a massive gate cracked open very slightly. And as you enter this place, a voice calls out. Salaha, is that you?
And then suddenly, my eyes turn green. Yes, it's me. I've brought friends, done as you asked.
You walk into this space and see an Aeorian archmage. As you enter, you are in the antechamber, and all of a sudden, all of you feel it rippling throughout. You're in the antechamber of a temple. This place is somehow forgotten, deep in the bowels of Aeor. And you look on the walls of this antechamber, and you see that there are smashed sections of the wall where once stone images bore faces, images, scenes, tales of miracles. They are defaced and ruined here, but the stones know the faith of those who once tread them. I am the Archmage, Arcadia Seren Veterix. I trust you all received my vision.
I want to see.
I kind of help open the crate.
You open the crate, the emissary, you emerge. Oh my. Why has she not come?
I knew she didn't have it in her. I just want to say, I could see it.
You also broke the rules.
Well, I mean...
I was supposed to scout ahead. One of us was dangerous enough.
Look at the place. It's full of magic. I'm full of magic. Just makes sense.
You're full of something.
Broke the rules.
Oh boy.
What did she tell you before she sent you here? Do you know what you're supposed to do?
Yes. Share her love with Aeor. Guide them true. I will save them.
We should speak, but we are not all gathered. They are here. Within.
How many?
There are 4.
4.
There were supposed to be more. Some of them betrayed and lied and are not here, but 4 are. Thank you for coming. Sister,
Yes.
there is one within, I believe, that I do not wish for you to countenance. We don't have to reveal anything about ourselves, other than that we are here to do what must be done.
I understand.
She turns, pushes a door and walks into the shadows. You enter. Ooh. 4 figures arrayed at an altar. Standing behind the altar is a kindly old man. White hair, staff. He looks out smiling, standing where a priest would stand. And you see a priest of the Dawnfather standing here in this room. Lying on the altar, blood running down from her mouth, a powerful barbarian woman with a massive sword. At the base of the steps of this raised platform, there is a sickly, deathly-looking turtle. Hunched, glowing green eyes. His thick, wrinkly skin torn by small hooks. Up at the top of a column with a bow and arrow is a small halfling woman who hides there in the ceiling, slowly descends from a rope. See the hulking barbarian woman gets up from the dais, looks at you. I was a little more comfortable in the dark, but not my temple, I guess. I didn't have a face to smash. Puts the sword on her back.
I look at the priest and say, he would have words with you if he were here.
I am, as ever, an open channel for the Lord of the Sun. Let him speak to me if he would. It has been a joy to sow his light. Hello, family. Arcadia steps forward. A truce has been called to dispense with the city of Aeor. Much has been gleaned since last we spoke. If they had the power to hide themselves, to abjure us, what else might they have the power to do? I am here to say that our worst fears have been confirmed. A weapon is now mostly under construction, all but completed. The Factorum Malleus.
I mean, that's impossible.
You? That's impossible.
I mean, come on. Think about it. They can't kill us.
Trust me when I say it is possible.
You see that the priest speaks up and says, introductions, I think, are helpful. As Arcadia has asked, we can introduce ourselves by name. I am Father Milo Kaust. My companions, Tishar, see the barbarian, sort of cocks her head. Umleta, you see, points to the halfling, who smiles. And Zaharsht, and you see the turtle kind of just stares off into the distance, shuddering. We should share what we know, I think. You see that Arcadia says, a plan must be enacted. I have much in the way of information. My advisement, should it please those of us here assembled, would be to fan out throughout the city. Spend a week or two trying to discover or find what we can. Father Milo speaks up. Did you say a week? I would say we have one night, given that one of your servants is telling them our plan, presumably right now.
What?
Decades is a long time to be away from the throne, wouldn't you say?
What are you talking about?
Even Arcadia looks confused here, and you see he says, "Oh, you want to know something I know? Do we value my voice in this chamber?
How do I know that it's true?
People always think I'm lying.
I wonder why.
Earlier today, a being, a celestial, came to Aeor and was welcomed by the ministry. The Magistry have opened their doors, and I believe this being may be in the Genesis Ward right now. Now, I feel it would be to our benefit simply to act with urgency. Even under the best of circumstances, there are 3 elements that need to be accounted for before we can attempt to disassemble the weapon and eliminate any copies of its research. And you see that Tashar looks and says, what is this? Disassemble the weapon? Erase the copies? There is an obvious course of action before us. Do we need to spell it out and say it? You see that Umleta goes, I mean, you can run and do a lot of research if you want, but it feels like there's a really clean solution.
No.
What'd you say to me?
I said no.
What do you think we came here to do? You think we came here to have them see reason? If they were reasonable, they wouldn't have opposed us in the first place.
Every child thinks at one time or another that they know better. They are children.
A lot of them seem like grown-ups to me. You see that Zaharsht, this turtle. Everyone here is in misery. We should devour them.
I, for one, would love to hear your plan. What are the 3 elements that you speak of?
The protocol, the Aerovox protocol, that is the title of it, is if something goes wrong, it's their ability to take what they know and send it across Exandria. The engines that power the Obtenebrator, that which keeps this hidden from divine sight, that is within the Genesis Ward. If that is still operating, our true selves will not be able to find us here. And then the Latimus Princeps, the final, the repelling wall that you felt when you came here. That will have to be the last thing we do, because that has been incorporated into the Factorum Malleus.
Okay.
Then we do it.
Are we just going to ignore that everyone's gone mad? We're going to find 3 machines and hope that this knowledge doesn't slip out of the city like a like a drop of blood. Can't even keep our own people quiet. You think you can keep this here? That this just won't turn them harder, faster? Am I the only one who understood what this was going to be?
To destroy the city.
To destroy the city before they destroy everything, not just us. This is the end. I cannot believe that they are helping us. Because they could walk away and they would win.
No, they wouldn't. They would end.
They would win because we would be done. This would be done.
If we can do this without destroying the city, that is how we win. We are more than they can possibly imagine. And we must use that power to not only protect each other, but to show them a better way.
Lost children. Redemption. Or death.
One thing. Dad. They don't fear you, they resent you. You think you spare them? They'll be grateful? They'll start praising your name? That's not going to happen. You let them go. They do it again. Whether you like it or not, the knowledge is loose.
Arcadia turns. You see that the four up on the dais sort of watch you, talking quietly to each other, smiling, laughing. You see that Umletta shrugs her shoulders and goes, "It's just nice to see that you all don't get along." Arcadia sort of gives her a withering glance and turns back. The decision before us right now is, do we play fair with them?
Yes, why not? Should be fun.
We are, and always have been, stronger together.
Aye.
Even when we disagree.
Arcadia smiles. Brethren, would you step off the dais? We don't have time, I think, to do this one by one. Tishar says, "The four of us can be one."
No.
No? So brave.
The bravest of us.
You see that Father Milo says, "My goodness, are you a cleric of the Everlight, young Aiden?"
I stick up for my family.
I'm just glad she's still got a worshiper. Fine. We'll split up if you don't trust us out on our own. We've got just as much reason to stop this as you. Now, the question is this. Do we want to dawdle, or can we agree that we are here to drop this heap of stone from the sky as soon as we get the chance?
I think we should just go, relax, see the city, have a drink, find out some more information, and then we can decide what we want to do, eh? I understand that you want to bring the city down, because that's what you always want to do, but I think there is a way.
We have time. to delay this decision. A moment may come when that time is beyond us. I think we should get ready to move out. You see Father Milo turns and says, "A moment to confer with my companions if we are indeed to travel in mixed company." You see he pulls the other three aside. Arcadia turns to you and says, "I don't know if this is the right thing to do, but I'm going to tell you two things. And I'm not going to say them in front of the others, not while they're conferring. There is power. There is a power within you due to the nature of your construction. You know of what I speak.
I do.
Emissary. You are not merely an envoy. You are a herald, and you bear something of your mistress. Do you know of what I speak?
Love.
Perhaps in a form greater than we can imagine. Make sure the emissary above all remains. You must be intact when the time comes.
I really think we should get out of here.
Accessing the heart of the Genesis Ward will require access to some form of disguise, passcode, something. This element of the plan is the most beyond me. The passwords and bylaws change so frequently and constantly, but some ability.
Father Milo and I will go there. I'll look at Father Milo and say, I assume that is not beyond you.
What, to go find us some disguises or passages deeper down into the Genesis Ward? I can manage that.
Asha, you seem in the mood to break something.
I'm hungry. Yes. Who wants to join?
You see that Tishara looks at you and says, "I like to break things."
Very well. You're a talker, too. That's useful.
Only compared to you am I a talker. The protocol. Tracking down all of the areas within the city that are geared and prepared to spread this information across the globe.
I can find that out. I have good networks.
You might also try running down the information about who's been informing on us.
What do they say? 2 birds, 1 stone.
Looking at the rest of you, you see that Umletta, the halfling, looks and says, "I can go with you. I'll be helpful. I'm small. I'm easy to keep out of the way."
As long as the matron comes.
I can go where I'm needed. And I'll use Mask of Many Faces, and I'm going to turn into the guard that we saw on the bus, or on the train. I'm good at many things.
I know. That's why you're on board.
You also see, I think, Zaharsht comes over to you for the break shit mission.
I can break things. May I serve?
I suppose.
You and Amira
Amira.
will head with Umletta to go look after the protocol and also keep an eye out for whatever this servant is. That would leave Trist and Aiden with Arcadia and Father Milo would be the only of the four that would be with you.
So both of the main healers are in the same group?
I will look at the group and I will say, once in days past, we worked together. Let us, for a moment, remember those times fondly. And in this broken and forgotten as it is temple, I will, as a ritual, cast Rary's telepathic bond.
Hell yeah.
If we are to act as one, we must move as one and think as one. There are disagreements here that we can solve later, but for now, we must do these separately together. They think, and this will be their downfall, that we are more fractured than we need be. Family, we are stronger together.
As Aiden says this, the light that sheds from him touches the walls of this temple, and for a moment is so blinding that it is impossible to see. And as the light diminishes to allow vision once more, the images of the temple are restored, and you behold the gods of Exandria in their glory. Arcadia smiles, looks up at the restored temple, looks at you, to the heart of Aeor, to disarm them of the weapon they would use to destroy the gods. One way or another, this will be our last night as mortals. And that's all for this episode of Critical Role.
Man.
Oh.